action. Whew. What's going on, world? What's poppin', people? What's going on, folks? This is your boy, Big Handsome. You see me on a couple different shows. This is one of my favorite. I'm a co-host of Coffee with Carter with my man, the Bionic Beige Baby, the one himself, Carter Washington. Carter, say hi to the people. Yeah, they right in there. They in there somewhere. All right, people, you say hi to Carter. They saying hi to you. They like you better than me, to be honest with you. I think it's my mouth. Anyways, this is episode, what we on, 9? Episode 9 we on right now with Coffee with Carter. And before I get into my topic of what we're going to talk about, the actual subject of Coffee with Carter, you know I got to get into my little PSA for the world, just a little something that I like to talk about before I get started with the main course of the meal, which is Coffee with Carter. And the little thing that I like to talk about is negative parenting, for a better sake of the word. Let me give you an example. I believe that the world is a twisted place. I believe that everybody who can have kids necessarily doesn't deserve to have kids. And that's a really strong and messed up thing to say, I know. But kids are our future. You know what I mean? When we're 80 and 90, you know what I mean? People that's Carter's age is going to be basically running the world. You know what I mean? So you know if you're a good parent or not. If you do like a Michael Jackson blanket thing with your kid, you are not a good parent. I'm sorry to tell you. I don't know what else you do besides for that. You could be an excellent parent besides for that. But if you hang your kid off the side of a balcony, I'm sorry. It's not. And the thing about parenting is that it's so ironic that people who have 6, 7, 8, 9 kids are horrible parents. And there's people who, by whatever, physical or just not meeting the right person or whatever, don't have any kids and probably would be awesome parents. Awesome parents. Honestly, like, there's a lot of people who are against, like, gay and lesbian people adopting kids and saying that it's sending the wrong message and it's making kids decide on their sexual orientation at too early of an age. And my thing about it is that I would rather have them watch a kid than that girl with 6 or 7 kids that's out all the time trying to get everybody to watch your damn kids. Their kids ain't washed. Their kids ain't clothed. Their kids is hungry. You got the big ones watching the little ones. No. I am concerned about the kids. I don't see what the big deal is with kids deciding what the sexual orientation is anyway. That doesn't make you a bad or good person depending on what your sexual orientation is. Stop, people. Stop. It's starting to get ridiculous now. Stop. I never really gauged judgment on it because I've never lived on the other side of the fence. I've never been gay. I've never been lesbian, so I can't talk. So if I haven't experienced both sides, I try to just leave the situation alone. But now I'm starting to get sick and tired of people. Like I said, I seen some kid running across the street the other day. I don't know who his parent was, but they wasn't around. And you never know. The gay/lesbian parent might have been with that kid. Because if it wasn't for me being a vigilant driver and actually keeping my head on the swivel, it'd be a ran over kid in the street right now. You know what I mean? So that's the thing I want to talk about. Parenting is a talent. Some people are born with it, that's God-given, but it's definitely a lot of things to learn about parenting, and some people just don't care to learn. Bottom line. And if you don't care to learn, that's fine. Give them kids to people who gonna raise them right. That's basically what I wanted to talk about before I got into the Coffee with Carter main topic. What do you think about that, Carter? Word. True. I know, right? It's a shame. I don't say facts. I'm knocking on 40 people. I don't say facts. So now, Coffee with Carter, episode 9. The main topic of Coffee with Carter is Workplace etiquette. Yes, I'm finally gonna bring it out. I've been kind of cocking this one, and I've been kind of trying to wait because I know that it's not a touchy subject. I know a lot of people can relate, and I know a lot of people that can't relate. So now, with that being said, I'm gonna do a disclaimer for this video. I never really do a disclaimer for a video. I'm about to do a disclaimer for this video. The disclaimer is, if you are watching this right now and you're sitting there like, okay, what's workplace etiquette? Let me tell you what workplace etiquette is. Workplace etiquette is acting like a civil, normal human being at work. Workplace etiquette is, unless you pay to mind my business, then mind your own business. You better be a supervisor or support staff or something like that. If you are all up in my Kool-Aid, then you don't have enough Kool-Aid. You need more Kool-Aid. You need more Kool-Aid in your cup to worry about, because you all up in mine. So now, workplace etiquette is just basic stuff. You know what I mean? Somebody open a door for you, thank you. Talking to people respectfully. Talking to people how you prefer to be talked to. And when they talk back to you disrespectfully like you talk to them, don't get upset because you opened up that can of worms. So that's part of workplace etiquette. Workplaces, I don't care how you act outside of work. Be civil, be adult, be a regular, normal person like you wasn't raised in a barn while you at work for the little 8, 12, 10 hours. I know we all work different amounts of times, but whatever it is, you're not there 24 hours. Whatever you doing, you're not there 24 hours. If you are an ass, you got time to act like an ass when you get home. Act like a normal person at work. So now, with that being said, now here comes the disclaimer. The disclaimer is, you might be sitting here watching this video and be like, you know what? I don't know what you're talking about, big handsome. People, when I'm at work, nobody talks disrespectful to me. Nobody, everybody, treats me nice and does all this, and you know what I'm saying, says please and thank you and may I, and just talk to me like a normal person and acting like you got sense and you was raised by a person and not by wolves. If you're sitting here thinking that right now, and you're sitting here, I don't know what you're talking about, you're that person. You're that person. I got a news flash for you. You're that person. You're the person that right now when you're watching this and you're not at work, everybody at work is thankful that you're not there. Everybody's like, oh my God, I'm going to have a good day because so-and-so and her attitude or so-and-so and his attitude is not here today. So if you're sitting here thinking that, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have anybody diving into my business. I don't got anybody clocking me every 2 seconds. I don't got people that's not managers or support staff telling me what to do. If you have answered yes to all those questions, it's you. You're the person that everybody is like, oh my God, that person act like they own this place. I call it a God complex. Everybody's got a God complex, usually fits into the description of people acting like they acting. So now, with that being said, well, hold up. Before I'm gonna let you get Carter, go ahead and tell them what you think about workplace etiquette. Well, I take a sip on my coffee. I'm rocking the Papa Bear today, people. Oh, that is good coffee. I'm telling you, I know there's a lot of people that think that making your own coffee at home is like whack, like in so many places. Tim Hortons, Spots, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, all these places where you can get coffee from, and it's like $1 and some change. Why would you go out? Why would you make coffee at home? One is semi-cheaper. I don't save that much. You got to buy the coffee, the creamer, you spend electricity with it. So I'm not really saving that much. It's the accessibility, people. I can go and my wife beat her in some drawers and go make some coffee right now. I mean, you can go to Tim Hortons and your wife beat her in drawers. I just personally wouldn't recommend it. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't personally. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. I am just telling you to recommend it. Like they got that little, what's the name at the bottom? Do not attempt at home. Do not attempt this at Tim Hortons or do not attempt this at Starbucks. Flashing it right now with my hands. Do not do it. It's not recommended. It's not safe. And depending on your nationality and color of skin, it could be quite dangerous. So with that being said, don't try it. Back to the workplace etiquette. Now, I want you, if you sat there and you answered yes to all those questions, I want you to sit back and take an honest look at yourself. Honestly, take an honest look at yourself. Now, take an honest look at the stuff around you. Take a good look. Take a look at everything in your house. Take a look at the couch. Take a look at the refrigerator. Take a look at the stove. Take a look at the mirror, the TV. Take a look at everything. Just real quick. Just take a real good swipe. You shouldn't have to look that long because it's your stuff and you know where it is and what it is. Now, with that being said, whatever current job you're at right now, what stuff did you buy in your house that you just took a little quick gauge around? Did you buy from that job? Buy from getting paid from doing the work that you're doing currently at your job. Go ahead, just look at it. Start taking a little mental account. That was $200. That was a ball $50. That was $50. I caught that on sale for $25. Start taking a little mental account. Now, if that number is at least in the 4-digit range, if you got stuff in your house that's at least accumulated $1,000 or better, start acting right at work. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there is people who wish they had the stuff that you just looked at, and they would be more than happy to go to work and do what you do, act like a civil person, so they can acquire all that stuff that you just looked at, that you take for granted, that you take breathing for granted, that you take walking and talking for granted. It's all a gift. It's all a blessing, people. Now, with that being said, now, after you took that little account and take a look, now, the next time you go to work, I want you to look at how many things that you are forced to do just to make it to work. Because there's some people, I don't know everybody's situation. There's some people out there that really didn't want to go to work this morning, but whoever they live with might have put a gun to their head or something and made them go to work. So how many of things were forced you to do? Were you forced to go for the interview? Were you forced to fill out the application? Were you forced to get up, wake up in the morning, take a shower, get the stuff you need to go to work and go to work? Now, if you said no to all those questions, then you are a willing participant in going to work. You are willing. I don't know if you're gung-ho about it, but you are willing. You are willing enough where somebody has to physically drag you or physically threaten you to make you go to work. So now, since you're here by choice, now since you made it to work by choice, act right when you get there. I don't go nowhere that I want to go and start acting a damn fool. You know, places I go act a damn fool at, it's the places I don't want to go. And I'm grown, so I don't go nowhere that I don't want to go. But if I was forced to go somewhere that I wasn't want to go, that I didn't want to go, I would be an asshole the whole entire time. Because I didn't want to be here. And if you gave me the choice right now, I would leave and go home right now. How you doing, Cheeks? You alright, champ? You tired, dude, I know. But you chilling and you acting right for the show, and I do appreciate it. I do. So take an honest look at yourself. Take an honest look at the tangible items that you have purchased. Take an honest look at the tangible items you have purchased for family or loved ones. Take a tangible look at what your rent is, what your lights and your gas is. All that attests to what you do for a living. There's some people who might have, you know what I'm saying, it on easy street where somebody else pay their bills and somebody else pay their stuff. And that's fine. Then you should quit. Quit and stop making people's lives horrible at work. You should quit. If you got somebody that pays your lights and pays your gas and pays your rent, they bought you a car, they pay your car note, they do all this stuff. You got some. If you're fortunate enough to have somebody like that in your life, or somebody maybe left you a large amount of money and all that, do not take you and your stank attitude to work. That's all I'm saying. Because there's people out here that need that job, that depend on that money, and they need for you to make it as easy as possible for them to make this money. Because guess what? Work is already difficult. If it was easy, people wouldn't pay you for it. That's the bottom line. Keep your attitudes at work. Because you know what happens? And I tell this every time, and it happened a lot at my last job before this. You're going to sit there and you're going to come out your mouth sideways as somebody who don't really need this job. Who maybe just... Maybe a family member just died and just left them a couple $100,000, and you're going to talk to them sideways, and they're going to be like, you know what? I don't need this job. Matter of fact, now since I noticed I don't need this job, now I don't like the way you was talking to me. So now I'm going to wait for you outside. I'm gonna find you at Walmart. I found a real good parking spot at Walmart the other day. And this is how you know when you're getting old. I'm stopping the whole video right now to tell everybody that I found the closest non-handicap parking spot at Walmart. That was awesome. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Nobody forced you to do all this stuff. Nobody forced you. So act right. Because there's going to be somebody waiting for you that's not going to like how you talk to them. And what you're doing is you're talking to them like everybody needs their job. You're talking to them like he's going to listen to me or she's going to listen to what I'm saying and she's not going to do anything about it because she need this money. But guess what? Everybody's situation is not the same. And you'll come across the right person who don't need this job. And it's going Mike Tyson first round you when you least expect it. And a majority of people who talk that talk don't walk that walk. A majority of people who talk like they like the biggest thing and the hottest thing to hit the street since lava do not talk that talk. I do not walk that walk. Most people who mouths go when they get punched in it, they like you. You ever see when Kermit the Frog make that face and that's what you will look like when somebody punches you in the face. So with that being said, act right. Karma comes back around, people. If it don't come back around to you, it come back around to somebody who a loved one or somebody who close. Somewhere where it's gonna hit you. Karma is definitely gonna come back. So we about to get out of here, dude. Act right at work. I call it work act right when I'm not on my show. So work act right. Get your work act right on. All right, that's my coffee with Carter. Let me get to my shout outs. Hennessy Black, Zip from Buffalo, Rise Up, my man Resilient Minds, my man Robbie, my man Houseboy Cash. I got a million of them. I feel like I'm like a Tupac album when I'm sending all these shots out at the end of my joint. But just everybody that's involved with this Buffalo movement. Shouts out to the 10s. Shouts out to the new THT tournament that's coming out. People get ready. I'm still ironing out the details. I just got to put some more steam in my iron. Dude, are you grabbing my hoodie strings? Disrespectful and churish. And that's about it. Everybody link up with me. Big Handsome 716, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tens Podcast on Facebook. Give everybody if you get a chance, I try to get on to the tip podcast as much as I possibly can. So even when I'm not on there, or if I'm on there, come holler at me. If I'm not on there, it's really good people on there. It's really good topics. I really dig it. I really like it. Shout out to my man Dre. Shout out to Miss Baldwin. Shout out to Endure. Shouts out to everybody. Check me out. I'm telling you, I'm out here. I'm doing my thing. We sitting back, we chilling, we drinking coffee, we eating hoodie strings. We got on lobsters, we got on the Utah, we got on everything. We doing our thing. Summer is here, people. It's not how we expected it. It's a little rainy, but it's here. So I said that to say is enjoy yourself. Do not let this summer fly by. If you let past summers fly by, because summer is full of memories. Summers are short, and when they're gone, we all wish they would come back. So go out. Take a walk to the store. Take a walk around the block. Go see Claire. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Carter, dude, I can't even tell you how, not easy this is with you doing. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Carter, on behalf of my whole family, the world, all that. Thank you. Keep tuning in. Keep sending me shout outs. Everybody who done see me in public is like, oh, coffee with Carter. Thank you. Honestly, I'm soft. I'm a real sensitive dude. And with that being said, that means a lot. So thank you. Everybody, take it easy. Stay safe. Eat healthy. Drink more water. And act right at work. I'll see y'all later.